Hello everybody, welcome back to another session of the Hopry. My name is Mark Starr, and today is Wednesday, so that means we're looking at round 2 of our Portsmouth Brewery Week. And today what we're going to be looking at is their wheat wine. Now this is a beer that comes in right at 11%, so I think this is probably going to be a pretty good time. So just to recap of exactly what a wheat wine is, I'll give you the quick version. A wheat wine is basically just like a barley wine. It's kind of brewed in the same process, but where a barley wine, coincidentally enough, uses barley as one of its main sources, a wheat wine really focuses on wheat malts. So, you know, it gives it generally a little bit more of a lighter character than what you would get from barley. In fact, I used to really be into bourbons. I mean, I still like bourbon every once in a while. But there are a few bourbons that are made with wheat instead of the other grains that are used. And, you know, I always tend to like them a little bit better as well, simply because of that fact. They just come off not really with less flavor, but just less intensity. They're a little bit more soft. A little bit softer around the edges, I guess is the better way of saying it. But they're generally a little bit easier to kind of take in. But anyway, if you were here on Monday, we took a look at Portsmouth's Bottle Rocket IPA, a really good, nice malty IPA. So in the next progression, before we get to the Black Cat Stout on Friday, I thought we would look at this wheat wine. Now, also wanted to let you guys know, you know, Portsmouth Brewery has been around since, you know, like I think it was the early 90s, maybe even 1991. But again, they don't bottle these beers except for just kind of internally there at their own brewery. So, you know, I feel really fortunate to be able to get these shipped to me. I had to do them in a trade, but, you know, my new trade buddy Paul was very nice. It was his first trade, and he did an amazing job, as I showed you guys on Monday. You know, he also included these really cool beer mats from the brewery. So anyway, I've just really been enjoying that other IPA, and am really looking forward to busting into the wheat wine. So, and again, Friday we'll take a look at their Black Cat Stout, which, you know, I've heard Portsmouth does really good stouts. As I mentioned before, Kate the Great is probably one of the most sought after beers, so really looking forward to getting that Black Cat on the show. Taking a look at this one, wow, I mean, it's, you know, I guess it's really what you would hope for a wheat wine. It's got that really nice burnt orange color. This one's actually a lot more clear than the IPA that we looked at on Monday. The head color on this one is virtually the same though. It's got that really nice pale white color. It seems to be a really nice frothy tight head though, and so that's looking really, really nice. And I'm trying to get an idea, you know, by kind of swirling my glass here, just to get an idea of how much chewiness this beer is going to have, or how much viscosity this beer is going to have. At 11%, you know, things like wheat wines and barley wines and quadruples and styles like that, you can really kind of tell that they have a lot more, you know, oomph to them, and that they're going to be more of a beer that you're going to want to sip rather than, you know, coming in from mowing your yard and sitting down and drinking one of these beers. So anyway, let's go ahead and get these nose hairs, which I don't know, I'm glad you can't tell from here. They may be getting too long. Maybe I need to trim them a little bit so I can keep on smelling on. But let's go ahead and smell this one and see what it's got going. Not getting a whole lot out of this for some reason. There is a definite sweetness there. I get this really nice kind of floral honey component right off the bat. Not getting a whole lot of spiciness or hoppiness though, which you would traditionally find in a barley wine or even a wheat wine. Now I know that there are some barley wines, like your European style barley wines, where they don't, you know, hop them as much. Here in the United States, we're hop crazy. We want everything hopped to the nth degree. And so maybe that's kind of what I was hoping for, but hey, you know what? It's not necessary, it's not required, so that's fine. But I will say that it's got a really clean nose on it. Yeah, let me go ahead and give it one more sniff, and we'll go ahead and take a drink. That's really buttery. I like it. You know, when I say butter, I mean that the mouthfeel on it is extremely nice. That floral kind of honey maltiness is really kind of at the forefront. The bitterness on this thing is absolutely perfect. You know, I think bitterness in a lot of beers should almost be like salt in a soup or a seasoning. You should be able to, the seasoning should make the food taste better, but you shouldn't just taste salt. Otherwise it's too salty, and I think the bitterness in this one is perfect because it's just right at the right level, so that it just kind of holds the beer together. Oh, hey, who's that? Hey guys, I'll be right back. Great news. I just heard the UPS guy drive by, and I've got my Hunapoos showing up today for my 100th session that I'll be reviewing here in the not too distant future. So let me go ahead and pause this right now, and I'll be back in 2 seconds, alright? Okay guys, I'm back. Thanks a lot, and sorry for that. But so let's go ahead and get back into this beer. So you know, really overall, I think this is a really nice sipper beer. And the thing that I really like about this particular wheat wine is that nothing about it is too offensive. It's not too malty. It's not too spicy. I really don't hardly taste any alcohol in here. So, you know, if you come home from a long day at work and you want to sit down and not just pour yourself a nice, you know, beer that you can kind of drink throughout the evening, like say if you're going to watch a movie, which in fact, when I cut off the camera here, I think I'm going to go back in my room and I'm going to rent Hot Tub Time Machine. I've been wanting to see that. And I think I'm going to probably, you know, take a good portion of that movie just to kind of work my way through this beer. But this is a very nice, just kind of sit down and waste a little bit of time and drink a nice beer and relax. And here we are, you know, I'm kind of recording these over the 4th of July weekend. I actually took some time off from work, so, you know, as you probably noticed, I'm doing some recording in the daytime for a change. But, you know, with that said, I think this is a really good beer, and for the second beer that we've looked at from Portsmouth this week, I'm pretty happy with what they've got to offer. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap for now. If you want, you can follow me on Twitter. You can go to twitter.com/thehopry. You can always go to my website, thehopry.com. And as I always say, leave me a comment, you know, ask a question. I'll answer pretty much anything you have. And before I go too, I wanted to just pimp a product. I'm not here to make money. I'm not, you know, getting paid by anybody, but I just wanted to kind of share something with you that I've really been enjoying lately as well. It's these candies. They're called Newman's Own Organic, and I'm not sure if you can see those, but they're pretty much like Altoids, but they have a ginger flavor, and they're a little bit sweet, but you know, really been enjoying this beers here. Let me go ahead and zoom in here so you can actually see what I'm talking about. But these things are really, really good, and I've been enjoying them a lot lately. So if you get a chance to find these, I think I found these at Whole Foods. You know, I definitely think you should pick some of those up. But anyway, again, my name is Mark Starr. Thanks a lot for coming back to the Hopry. And we'll see you guys on Friday for the Black Cat Stout, alright? Thanks a lot. Cheers.